Hello, everybody. Welcome on in to Thursday's stream this week. I am JJDB210. Boo! Boo, Dark Reaper. Why boo? What are we booing? Boo-hoo. Oh, you made me cry. How's it going? Yeah, so we are in the middle of our Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past series that I'm lost in at the moment, and I feel like we're lost. So it should be called A Lost Link in the Past. No, that doesn't make sense. How's it going, Dark Reaper? How is life on the other side of the pond? What's the headlines over there today? Because all the headlines over here were about us. So what were the headlines over there about? What are they talking about on that side of the big blue ball that we all live on? We want flying taxis? Really? Is that really what's in the news? Like they're trying to approve flying taxis? So I think it's Orlando here in the United States that has approved flying taxis. I could be wrong on that, but I really hope I'm not. And I'm really hoping that they're like 100% automated drones that like just show up at your house and you get in them at the appropriate time. That's what I'd like. Hello, Blake. Welcome on in. And here's my reason why. I want to be able to get from the airport to where I stay without ever needing to interact with a human. And I can do that now with rental cars, but then I have to rent a car. I want to not have to rent a car. I guess I'd be renting a drone then for a little while, but in any case. Okay, so I know we were in the Dark World, but we got stuck trying to figure out where to go in the Dark World. So I should probably do something about that. Which means I gotta find my way back to the Dark World. Because I forgot where I, like, stopped. Hello, Tekken. Thank you for the 28 months. That's a long time, my friend. How's your game coming in the last few hours, assuming you've been, like, doing that instead of probably whatever you wanted to be doing? Wait, were those ghosts there before? I don't think they were. I don't know that I care that the ghosts weren't there before, but I feel like I should. What is that? I can reveal dead people? This is just wrong. I'm violating people's graves. Although this kind of, I want this kind of headstone. Like, I want people to be able to just push my headstone up and then see dead me, I guess. Where am I? Wait, am I in the... I don't... In all seriousness, where am I? I'm in a dungeon, apparently, that I beat the other night. I'm making some basic assets for the game and prep for work on the real code this Saturday. Nice. You gonna do it on stream? Is that the plan? Make the game on stream? Always a fun little challenge. Coding while people are watching. I feel like I shouldn't open these. Money! And we've maxed out on money. Do 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 do. Oh man, though so I sent this to Tech earlier today, and you guys may have seen some of the conversation on the Discord. But I have a printer, access to a printer now that I think has some potential for self-production. But it's still going to be... I still got to work out some of the kinks, it seems. I also got to see if I can print on cards. Hey, GP. 2 years, how's it been? It's been good. How's it been with you, GP? What's the flavor of the month in the video game world for you? What you been playing these days? Do 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 do. Geometry Dash. I saw a game today. I think it just hit the Nintendo Switch store, but I think it's a Steam game called Power of 10. And that game looks intriguing to me. The premise, as I understand it, is that you're a one-man ship, basically, and you're trying to save the universe from an overwhelming force. And so, like, the scoreboard at the bottom has, like, how many people you've saved and how many people have died. And it sounds like you can't save everyone. Like, that's kind of the rub of the matter. It sounds like an interesting mechanic. I thought that was the waterfall that we wanted to hang out in. But I don't know. I'll have to check it out here at some point. But is Link literally drinking the water? Like, I feel like he opens his mouth every time he swims forward. Let's see, what else is new? We're getting snow tomorrow. Winter has finally arrived in spring, which is exactly what everybody thought would happen. No. So we're supposed to get like 2 to 4 inches tonight, and then like even more on the weekend. One of my schools even went so far as to arrange a 2-hour delay for tomorrow. I think they just, you know, are afraid of snow. It's okay, though. They can be afraid of snow. I'm gonna be shocked, though, if most of it hasn't melted by morning. He is drinking the water. You can't tell me otherwise. Link is just a thirsty, thirsty boy. Okay, let's do this again. So this is where we have a problem, because I don't know where I left the portal. So we need to find a new portal to the Dark World. Although I might have left it up by the, I might have left it by the, animals. Ah, there's one. Easy enough. I see what they did. They just put all of them behind a hammer. Oh, there's a rock up here. I don't think I did a good job exploring down here the other night. It makes the same noise, though. Still open. Who are you? Take some rupees, but don't tell anyone I gave them to you. Keep it between us. What? I can't even hold them. That's a tragedy. You should have at least asked if I wanted them. Okay, I'm not going to take any more because inventory is full. I was gonna say this too. Tech, have you played with any of the, have you tried to do any of the stuff that Tim has done? I had to laugh. I feel bad that I've been communicating with you and not putting it in the Discord, because Tim's, like, found all the same tools that I found, like, 2 days ago or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I should have just, you know, shared this then. Or 3 days ago, whenever it was, Sunday, the weekend. Okay, we gotta figure out, we know that there's nothing down here. Do-do-do-do. He used the mid to ADP to convert from MIDI to assembly to get the sequences. That's how he's doing it. At least that's how what I understand he was doing. I don't think he was doing anything else magical. I could be wrong. That's how I interpreted it. Nice. I wonder what Tim does for a living in real life. I feel like he's probably like an embedded systems guy somewhere. Either that or he really loves the e-reader. And going back over all of his stuff from when he was, you know, 20 years younger. Do-do-do-do. Okay, I just feel like it's this rock right here that's maybe our secret. I don't know. All the same. There's a rock thingy here too. And the printout I had of the Toshiba from today, that printout looks like the Toshibas do something entirely different than what every other copier I have tested does. And I don't think it was, I mean, it could have something to do with the Vector too, but I should have taken a picture, and actually maybe I did. Did I take a picture of this? I should have taken the picture of what I saw before I printed that. Yeah, I did. So the very first printout I did, which I thought was, and actually, you know what? This tells me that I did actually try to print the 300 by whatever. I just didn't have it. I didn't either have it vectorized or, whatever. But I'll show you what tipped me off that I wanted to try this one again with the 600. I don't know how well this is going to show up. I should just upload it to the Discord. But, yeah, focus right there. if you look at the gosh, just stay focused. Like, I'll put it over my face. Silly camera. The main pattern looks disastrous in this printout, but if you look all around it, there are these little dot X's, and I was like, how is it that it's printing all those little dot X's with such precision, and yet it can't print my code the way I want it? Like, I was like, what is going on here that it's just all falling apart? And that was when I went back and I switched to the 600 DPI, and I switched to yeah, well, and I don't even think that's necessarily bleeding. I think that's what they were talking about with the raster to vector stuff and the way the printer pre-processes it or whatever, because it's a very distinct pattern that makes these like diagonal lines that I can't fully comprehend why it does what it does, but yeah, there's a part of me that really wishes I worked for like a print shop at some point in my life, both so I had friends in a print shop, but also so that I had a better understanding of exactly how all this ultra fancy stuff works. I seem to be able to read all about it, but at the same time, it never works exactly the way I expect it to. I feel like there's going to be something different between this world and the other world. Whoa. Have I always been able to do this? I don't know what I was saying. Oh, yeah, I would love to have that stuff. And there's gotta be... I gotta, like, spend some serious time doing a Google search for print shops in the area, because I'm surprised at how hard it is to find something other than an Office Max and a Kinko's and all of those things. And I don't think an Office Max or Kinko's is gonna have what I need, to be honest. They have some fancier machines, but... I wonder, I have a relationship with one of the copy machine vendors, and actually it's the Ricoh vendor. I should email them and be like, so tell me who's got your biggest Ricoh? Your most expensive Ricoh. See if they'll give up that information. They work for a print shop. I know whatever the secret is here, it's gonna be so obvious once I find it. Yeah, you just wouldn't be able to move it independent of the background, necessarily. Or it would be harder to move it independent of the background. But yeah, you could use, like, palette shifting stuff. I'm betting that some of the Metroid bosses are like that. Ooh, I suppose that's true too. Yeah, I suppose that would work. Do. Have you happened to ask the printer out of Australia what he would charge and what it would cost to have him mail the stuff back to you? I haven't reached out to him yet. I don't want to trade on that until I know I'm ready. For lack of a better way of saying it. Okay, I'm gonna go back into this place one more time. If something changes in this world, it has to change in the other world somehow. Can't. What if we do this? There we go. Need to think outside. Oh, I see. So this is going to change here. Oh my gosh. Now I kind of want to know what the other one does. Let's find out. Bad guys? Works for me. Boom. Oh, and we got a heart piece out of that. And a fish. Can I catch that? It does not seem like I can catch a fish. That's a fun sprite, though. We're looking into potentially lightly laminating them to protect them as an example. I gave them a big budget limit for the prototype run, though, because I want something. Nice. The problem ultimately comes down to they have no way to test it, though, right? Like, what's Australia's equivalent of eBay? Because actually, that's an interesting. Even that thought alone. It's just ebay.au. Wait, why did it... That was weird. It held it for a moment. And then it allowed it anyway. I wonder if Duchess has... a good way to get any of those things. I could do it through her. So I feel like doing it from America is more complicated than doing it all from there. Here's a little irony for you, though. And I kind of... On one hand, I feel good about it. On the other hand, I was looking forward to it showing up. The night that I broke the e-reader... or... like, where it wouldn't read camera pictures anymore, we ordered another e-reader on Facebook Marketplace that was supposed to come with some e-reader cards and all that for, like, baseball and stuff. And, apparently the person canceled the order, like, on, I think it was Monday of this week. And so that one's not coming, sadly. But I thought it was interesting that I didn't end up needing it after all. Yeah, it works out in a way, but I was kind of looking forward to having a second one. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to order another one or not, just as a backup kind of thing, but I am going to keep my eyes out for it. Okay, I opened the water in the other world. nothing... Objects exist simultaneous with worlds with similar shapes. If the form of a thing changes, it will affect the shape of its twin in the other world. How did I not affect the shape? Like, why didn't the lake change? Said I want a second one, and I'm gonna try to get one in the box. Oh, yeah, that'll add to the cost probably. Weird, the water's gone again. Can't swim. I'm making this puzzle way harder than it needs to be, aren't I? And now I'm just frustrated. That's what fairies are for, though. Hello, Tinkerbell. Goodbye, Tinkerbell. Blake, are you still watching by chance? I had a question for you, too, that popped into my head today. Wasn't a very difficult question, just a general question. Also, how am I losing so much life so fast? So nothing looks drastically different. Oh, the water changed this time. Oh, it took my shield. Did it give me my arm back? Is that the spread I just saw? Seriously, I am constantly dying tonight. That was my last fairy, too. Do. Weird. It must just not have saved, or maybe I broke it after I pulled the other lever or something. Do. Whoa. Do. I might try to hit up a few, like, there's a few retro game shops here in the area. I might go looking for an e-reader that way, only because I have a feeling that it might be a little easier to find for a reasonable price. Although some of these shops have gotten a little bit ridiculous with their pricing. Sometimes. I should bring you guys along sometime. We should, like, stream from one of these mom and pop shops. That could be kind of fun. We go all pick out a game together. Oh my gosh. So every time I swing, it fires. that beeping tone. I'm out of fairies too, which isn't great. So, I didn't tell this story from the weekend, at least I don't think I did. So, I always hear you talking about, like, going to Goodwill and thrift shops, that type of thing, and finding stuff. And, we have a Goodwill and a Savers, here in the town I live in. And, I have on it, like, prior to Saturday, I had never set foot inside either one. I had dropped some stuff off at one of them, but I had never actually gone inside. And on Saturday, I was out shopping with my wife, and I was like, let's go to Savers for the fun of it. And you're surprised it's called Savers? They're almost always called Value Village. It's called Savers here. And we went in there, and this one, I don't know if this is common or like how much tech stuff do you tend to see at these places? Because I think maybe, like, this is a fairly large Savers, but it was probably 95% clothes, like 2% books and DVDs, 2% kids' toys, and then maybe 1% like electronics. And everything there was basically stuff I didn't want. It came down to it. I think I saw one computer in the entire thing, which shocked me. I was expecting to see more, but any computers are pretty rare? Okay. I mean, I don't even... They had lots of DVD players. Not a lot of... I'm a little worried about that eye thingy, though. Yep. Trying not to die here. These look like tongues I can pull on. Nope. Oh, that scared me. I just, like, stand here and... like, get free goldfish? See if they spawn hearts. I'm leaning towards no. Maybe 5 at most. Would you say, and this was, we didn't drive to the Goodwill, but I'm kind of curious, do you find that the Goodwill has better stuff than a Savers equivalent? Or is it about the same? Because like I said, I have no real experience with it. Because I'm thinking if the snow isn't all crazy on Saturday, and me and my wife do our Saturday morning outings, I might say, hey, let's go to Goodwill this time. Regions make a bigger difference? Okay. I might still go check it out. They had a few video game things, not many. Nothing, again, that was all that interesting to me. They had, like... They didn't have any Switch games. What did they have? I'm trying to think what I saw. They had some... Yeah. Really? Not as good as the next city over. By next city over, do you mean the one to our south or the one to our north? Or I guess there's probably one to our west too, but south? I would have assumed south, yes. Okay. I don't know. I should go garage sailing more often, to be honest, too. I'd be worried, though. I'd be buying all sorts of things for nostalgia reasons. My house is cluttered already. Goodwill here was better before they moved it. Where was it before they moved it? Was it in the Valley Creek Mall? I'm just trying to think where it was before it ended up. Because now it's way over by... Wait a second. It's not east of Walmart anymore? That's where I, like, next to Gander... I don't even know where it is then. I wouldn't even know where to go. I would have been sending my wife over by... So they crossed the street. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm glad I brought it up on stream. Because I would have... I mean, it's not like they're that far apart, but... So, that begs the question, what's where Goodwill used to be? I don't like that door. Nothing? It's just an empty building behind Walmart. Amazon probably took it over. I think Amazon... Isn't that there's an Amazon warehouse down that road too, if I remember correctly? Okay, so now we need to figure out where the switch is. You think they built a garage repair shop? I'm learning things tonight about my own town. I like how I'm constantly on the verge of dying here. I guess we'll turn the water on. I'm also kind of surprised at how often I go to the local Walmart. I rarely go there, too. I have, like, 2 places I ever go. Costco, Sam's, and Target. That's about it. Those 3 places. I want to spend more time... Actually, the store that I want to come back to this city, I would love for Micro Center to open a store here. There is one a good way a ways from us. I screwed that up, didn't I? You think that could be dangerous? I'd just move in, buy out the whole store. I think it would do really well here, though. And I mean, I say that even though I know CompUSA and Circuit City both seem to fail here, but I feel like a Micro Center, like there are so many kids here building high-end gaming PCs. I don't know how it couldn't succeed. Like, We'd be the east side micro center, and then there'd be the west side micro center. Maybe I should look into it. What does it take to franchise a micro center? How many floors up am I? So there is a floor below me. Before we do that, there's also a floor below me over here. Let's go left. You should send them a letter. Now I gotta show up with money. Like, I gotta be like, I am interested in opening a micro center in the East Metro. How many states even have more than one micro center? That would be my next question, because maybe that's their whole thing. They don't want to become oversaturated. Is there even anything in the building where CompUSA used to be? I think it'd be funny if they move, like, if I put it into where CompUSA used to be. That'd be even more hilarious. I think Circuit City's where Joanne is? Maybe? Actually, we don't want to go this way yet. We gotta flip a switch. Okay, so I gotta flip this switch again. Walk back around this way. I think if I'm gonna make another e-reader game, I think I'm gonna make a fishing game. Just a basic fishing game. I don't know why. I think I had a dream last night too that I read something about I dreamed that either you or Tim had created some way to scan in additional levels. I don't know. I must be thinking about the e-reader stuff too much. Why am I getting those? I don't need them. So now we gotta go back around again. There's only one location. That I knew. I knew the one that there was only one here. Yes, I didn't know that. At some point, actually, it was when I built this computer, which puts it at 5 years ago. This, I gotta think this through for a second. How did I? Yeah, I actually... This computer was the first time I ever bought from Micro Center, and I built the whole thing using parts from there, and I was pretty happy with the experience. Like, I ordered it all online, and then I went and picked it up, and I was pretty happy with the experience, except the case. There was an issue with the case. I had ordered the case I have. This is a weird way to say it. I ordered the case I have, except the version I had ordered had 6 5.5-inch bays. And when I got there, they're like, "We're sorry, we don't have that case in stock. The website was wrong. We, however, do have the exact same case that you were trying to order, but instead of the 5 or 6.5-inch bays, it had one." It had one 5.5-inch bay, and then the rest was all, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just openness. It's where the fans are. Like, I added fans there. Which is weird because you still have the covers, you just don't have the mount points anymore. And instead I've got like 4 spots for SSDs to lay flat on the outside. And yeah, my intention and that my plan had been, I've got, where do you put all your CD and floppy drives? Well, so this is actually the weird thing that ended up happening as a result of it. I had a whole bunch of components for my old computer that I was going to move over to here. For example, a 5-bay, 3.5-inch hard drive dock that would allow me to put 5 3.5-inch things in, I think it's 3 bays, as long as they're all right next to each other. It might have been 2 bays. I don't know my math off the top of my head. But I'd put that in every computer I've had for the last the last 2 generations of computers I've had. That way I could quickly and easily create new RAID arrays, and then I had one drive that was always a hot spare that I could pop in drives whenever I needed them. And so that was always a thing. And then I had my RAID card in there that would connect into it, and I had my onboard RAID, which was another 4 3.5-inch drives normally, and I had my CD drive. I would normally have had a floppy drive, but this motherboard doesn't actually have those plugs. I didn't even order one with that. And so when I finished building this to get it up and running, I was like, I'm going to just leave all those things out of this one and leave them all in my old one. And that's exactly how it's been ever since. And now whenever I need those things, I just go upstairs to my old computer, and it works better in some ways. Because that computer's still running some older stuff too, but although that's not entirely true. I did set up cables so that I could like put that super disk drive in when I got that a year ago or whatever. But Micro Center does not franchise. Well, that might be the problem. They're not going to franchise. How am I supposed to, convince them? How did I get over there the first time? Was there something over there the first time I did it? Oh yeah, there were skulls over there. I remember now. Hopefully if I leave and come back, the skulls will return. Aha. The hearts did not. No, 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 don't. Oh, I died to a fish, and that's a game over because I don't think I got another fairy. That's a bummer. Right as we were getting to the boss, too. I don't know, though. I've realized a few things more and more as we get into these fun projects, because I'm going to say this for what it is. It's one of those weirder things, and maybe it's just human nature or whatever, but I am seriously, like, envious, jealous. What's the difference between those two words? Of, like, the time and effort tech that you get to put into, like, the e-reader projects and research and all that. And even if I didn't have my day job, my family, and I want to make this clear, I wouldn't want to give up my family for this. Like, I'm not saying I want one over the other, but it does. It just makes it clear how I can't do everything I want in life. And having a computer that has every single little thing in it, while I probably could find a way to make that work, it's not, like, getting that working and keeping it working is not the highest thing on my priority list, if that makes sense. And yet here I am streaming an old video game for 2 hours every night. So there's that too. Oh man, I'm gonna go into the boss fight. It's nice. I mean, that's actually, so the flip side to that statement is that's actually why I love my job. So when I first started my company, I don't know, I don't talk about this a whole lot on stream. When I first started out my company, we set out to be a web design company, a one-stop shop for web development. Not just web design, but we wanted to do it all. So we bought servers in downtown Minneapolis on a vault, and like this is 2003. So we had servers downtown. We had so we could do our own hosting, because you couldn't do that from your home at that point, at least not in any way that made sense for larger corporations. We had, you know, some custom software that we had written that had features that even things like WordPress and stuff like that didn't have at the time, because WordPress was in its infancy at that point. Like we were doing all this cool stuff, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to develop those things and really cool, but in that process, I learned very quickly that trying to do it all was dangerous. And not only that, we niched down quite a bit. Like, eventually we got rid of the servers because hosting wasn't worth the time. Like, it was cheaper to just outsource the hosting, and we could get it done better, and we could still get it the way we wanted through VPS stuff like Linode. Especially when that stuff really started to take off. And so we did all those things, and it simplified things. It made making money a little easier. Like, all this stuff kind of came together to make things work. But the thing that really was doing me in as a business for a long time, not just like financially but mentally, was I had a number of clients, but I had one really, really big client. And that one really, really big client was 6 of my 8 hours most days. And I was not meant to be a Zelda player. No, I was not meant to be a code monkey. Like all day, every day. Like that wears on me mentally. And so I ended up literally dropping that client, which was probably the most dangerous decision I ever made for my company, because they were at the time pulling in 75% of my revenue. And it wasn't good for my family either, because at that point, Eloise, I think, was 1 and Link was 3. Like, that was a huge shock to income for like 5 months. And I got lucky that I had a plan. I had a loose plan when I did it, and I had some support from friends and family to help get me through it. But I ended up transitioning it to now I do like 10% of my work. Basically, all my other web clients I still have, and then the rest of it is working for the schools. And for me, the big difference there isn't necessarily that I'm like the code monkey side of it. There's still a very good portion of what I do that's code, but it's the sheer variety. Working for a school, and kind of being in control of how things operate. Yes, there's some routine, mundane things that have to happen, but every day something weird happens or something new comes out for education or whatnot. So I'm constantly running into new challenges and seeing different technologies and getting access to newer technologies. And for me, that's way more fun. And I love that part of my job. And I also love interacting with people more than just sitting behind a screen. I like this, but I like helping people, serving them, answering the door when they ring the doorbell in my server room. So I don't know. That's me, but that's I don't even know why I'm telling this story. But yeah, I'm with you on the being able to spend doing time, like finding ways to do what you enjoy. I just wish that everything I enjoy was something I could do for work. Like that's a little harder. Like not everything I do I can do for work. Like I can't go work on my car. Not that I really want to, but I do need to. Another random little personal story here. My car horn, has stopped working. It stopped working Tuesday. It didn't, like, there was no rain. There was no anything, and it sounds like it should be a pretty easy repair once I get a new one, assuming that it actually is the horn. I haven't put a voltmeter to it yet, but the car would always honk when I'd hit the lock door button. Like that's how it tells you the doors are locked. And it just magically stopped one day, 2 days ago. And so then I had to go to the grocery store 2 nights ago, and I happened to notice it didn't do the lock tone again. And I'm like, I'm gonna lean on the horn and see if it goes off. And so I leaned on the horn. No horn. So something died. It could be a fuse, could be the horn, but that's my next upcoming project. I'm gonna find the ferry back. That's the healing ferry. Where was the ferry? There was one in one of the dungeons. Could have sworn there was other ones. The bad news is it might be your clock spring, which is moving electrical part to make the connection with the spinning wheel. Wait, what? Bad news is it might be your clock spring, which is the moving electrical part to make the connection with the spinning wheel. Oh, in the horn? Is that what you're talking about? Like in the horn itself? I mean, I'm guessing there are 3 likely scenarios. Yeah. There are 3 likely scenarios. Scenario 1, a wire got damaged and it's no longer connected properly. Scenario 2, a fuse. Or scenario 3, the horn. Like, those are really the only 3 things. And if it's the horn, I think I'll actually kind of enjoy that. Not because I want to repair the horn, but because I want to put a different one in. just for the fun of it. Like, I don't know if I want it to be louder or make a funny noise, but I just want it to be something different. So I'll get joy out of it if it ends up being the horn itself. La Cucaracha horn. See, that could work. I could go with that. Doot 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 doot. And I did watch a YouTube video on how to replace it, and it doesn't look like it's in a horrible spot. It's not I mean, it's not the most friendly spot, but it's not... I've seen worse. I've seen much worse. Like, I think I have to take the battery out. I think that's pretty much the extent of it. Wait, am I still in the underworld? No, I'm not. Why am I here when I should be in the other dungeon? I'm here because I'm looking for fairies. Which, I kind of know where they are, so why am I looking... I mean, the cave is a bit of a different thing. That I might not be able to find, but... I should, like, mark it on a map. I want to find this waterfall, though. That we threw stuff in the thing, because somebody said I should upgrade my weapons there. Does this, I don't remember this game well enough. Does this game eventually give you, like, Fire Link? And Water Link? You know, alternative outfits. Not the fairy I was looking for. Fire and ice rod, but no, like, orange armor. We already know this goes nowhere. I've sworn it was right here, though. Okay, that makes sense. Just reduce damage, maybe? Okay, I feel like we kept finding the fairy right here. Is it right here? Now I don't remember where I hit the button to... How did I get... Oh, I hate when this happens. Oh, but there's one right up here that we can hit again. Ah, it was right here. Do-do-do. Is this where the fairy was? Okay, I don't think there's a fairy. We're just gonna roll without it again. Probably end up dead. Wait, we lost the water again, though. We have to do that every time? Weird. Wait, I don't have a shield? I lost my shield. That guy didn't give it back to me when he gave me back my arm. Maybe that's part of the reason why I'm taking so much damage. Let's go get a new shield. solve that problem. That's my house. There's no fairies in my house, if I remember correctly. Just hearts. Yep. Do 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 do. We didn't go back here after we played the song. Apparently doesn't matter though. Not the bees. Do 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 do. No, that's a fairy. That's a fairy. Nice. Keep it in a bottle. That's one. So it must just be random. There's the library. There's a bee. Do do do. Oh my gosh. Probably shouldn't have done that. That was a lot of bees. What's this sign say? Don't hit bees? Nope. Why am I here? Oh yeah, I'm looking for a shop. Shop with a shield. I think it's interesting we can't pick these up in this game. I feel like breaking pottery is a staple of Zelda. Like this pot. I don't know what that chicken wants, but... random shed. There's got to be a shop in this town. People have to buy things. Where is it? This is the fortune teller. Let's talk to the fortune teller. It's been a little while. We've got all the money. You will find a mushroom lover at the magic shop. Okay. You go see that witch, I guess. I'd like to get a shield first, though. That's not the shop. That's not the shop. That's not the shop. Let's be a little bit more systematic about this. I'm gonna do a zigzag pattern. Cause they sell like bombs and arrows, right? Like I'm not entirely crazy. Little shed. Hello Raiders! Welcome on in, Cash and team. Guys, if you don't know the famous Cash, thanks for redeeming Put on the Hat. Let's do slash shout out. No, it's exclamation SO Cash Spoon. Doom. How was the dev today? The dreams dev. Were you living the dream? Oh, it's been happening more and more lately. I don't think people are as interested in me playing this old school game as, say, some of the other things I do on stream. I'm okay with it though. I'm not here for the numbers. I'm here for whoever wants to hang out and chat with me about whatever weird topic you want to talk about. Like, you know, why we don't have more micro centers in my neck of the woods. Or why Nintendo released the Peach game today but didn't just, you know, send me a free copy. I don't know. They shouldn't send me. Or what printers print e-reader cards best. Here's a hint. None of them. No. We had what I like to call an ethical dilemma. An ethical dilemma? Was it like deciding... Oh, I don't want to say this because it'd be like political. Is it like an ethical dilemma like if you were my wife, would you or would you not claim spousal privilege if you knew I killed somebody? Like that kind of ethical dilemma? I asked my wife that question the other night, and she goes, no, I wouldn't claim spousal privilege. And then I started naming, like, what if it was this person? What if it was this person? And then she was like, And then I was like, no, we're not going to wish people dead. It's not kind. It's snowing! Oh, I shouldn't sound excited. I need to rephrase that. It's snowing. Those are some decent-sized flakes. You know what? I feel like I can share in this joy with you guys. Hold on a second. I'm gonna pause the game. We're gonna just turn this around. We'll put it on that screen right there. And then we'll just do this. I feel like the screen is ruining it too much at that angle. How about like that? Does that? Nope. Hold on. Yeah, that's like really cold rain. Yeah, that's pretty much right. I mean, my windows are really bad down here. If you can't tell by the fogginess in them. And you're looking through a screen. We're debating at what point in a character's arc do we either kill them off or have them survive a catastrophe. Here's the question. Is it my character, Beta's character, Weezer, Kirby, or Bandrew? It's none of the player characters? Oh. We always die. by the hand of the players. The 3 protagonists die in the opening of... Wait, what? Are you saying I'm dead? Okay, this is where we keep jumping in the water only to find nothing. I mean, let's be honest. I die very quickly whenever I play, so it's... That wouldn't... Everybody dies. Unless they're... I thought they were all already dead. Didn't we establish that? Wasn't that the lore that Beta died in the first one? And... That's that? Like, we've been playing dead ever since? We're asking how much of a friend do you have to be with a character for them to risk their life fighting the end of the world with you. If you don't make friends with anyone, they may or may not survive Doomsday. But if they're your friend, they put themselves on the line. Oh. I see. I already gave them a mushroom. Why do they want another one? What's this? This is magic powder. Try to sprinkle it on enemies and many other things. If you don't play CNR 3, everyone is dead. Oh, so now you have to play CNR 3. I like it. I like it. Oh, wait. We lost the mushroom, though. Have you guys all played this game? It's a classic. And I don't just mean old. I don't want to waste my magic powder, so let's not accidentally hit that button. So retro. It is retro. I would agree with that. Can we kill them off via Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Evaporation? Let's see. I'm trying to think which character, like, would be worth killing off, but I don't know. Also, I needed a shield because I was coming here to throw it. Oh. Somebody said this is how you get things upgraded. So far, it hasn't worked for me. I give her the Master Sword. The ultimate in weaponry. I don't think that did anything. She's really boring. You should have Bandrew sacrifice himself to save everyone once and for all. And thus the CNR ultimate villain is no more. He's redeemed. But have him redeem himself again. After being bad again. A better redemption. He sacrifices his life so that Beta may live. One of those kind of things. What's the prophet? You got to include a prophecy too. The prophecy needs to be one can live One can't live while the other... No, how's it going, Harry Potter? Only one can live. The other one can't live while the other's alive. Is that what it is? You gotta make it sound more cryptic because it's a prophecy, right? But invert the Harry Potter version. So if the Harry Potter version is one can live while the other's alive or something, then make it the opposite. Make it only one can be dead while the other one's dead. But that doesn't make any sense. Only one of you can be dead at a time. Yeah. Do. If you miss a stream, the worlds have ended. I am not making any progress here. I did get 2 fairies though, didn't I? No, only 1. Okay, we need 1 more fairy. Nope, don't leave that on the screen, otherwise you'll accidentally consume the fairy. Could also do something like retell the story of CNR2, but like get 1 or 2 key facts wrong, and then have that be a key plot point of it, so that a player that doesn't remember CNR2 will be like, I don't understand what's going on here. They told me this, and that's not what really happened. He's the reason why everyone dies in the game. Well, that sounds about right. Why is the water purple around Link? Are clones inherently evil? Is that a thing? I never heard. Was Dolly a mean sheep? How many things are we up to having cloned at this point? I mean, there's Dolly, but has anything else been cloned? I still didn't get a shield. Where was that shop? Let's look at the map. That's my house. I don't think that was the shop. That could be the shop. That's the witch's hut. There's no shops down there. Oh, cool. It puts the sparkle thingy on the map. I didn't know that. Okay, let's go back to town one more time. It's a webcam feed of it's snow outside. It doesn't look all that great. Maybe if I made it really big. Like, does that make it look like snow? I mean, you can kind of see the snow a little bit better when it's like that. I mean, kind of. You can see like these little white things falling out of the sky. That would be snow. I'm more waiting to see if it changes the color of the grass, which it's starting to if you pay really close attention. Like, kind of in the upper right area, it's starting to get whiter up there. So we're just gonna let that keep doing its thing. Welcome back, Blake. So we'll just leave that down there covering, you know, that part of the screen. Okay, that's not a shop. Blake, I wanted to ask you, you have an F-150 Lightning, right? Yes. How are you feeling about that purchase, what I assume is roughly a year later at this point? Are you still happy? Like, is that still the car, the truck, the electric beast that you hoped it would be? Do you have any buyer's remorse? Let's ask the question that way. You still love it? Okay. Has it really only been since December? So 3 months? I feel like it's longer than that. It really isn't longer than that? Oh, are there more rebates now too? That's good to know. So your only buyer's remorse up until now has been the fact that it got rebated. Okay, I don't understand how there are no shops in this town. Am I just that bad at finding them? Not a shop. Okay, that's good to know. I'm still... Oh, I found it finally. But you don't have a shield for sale. Why don't you have a shield for sale? Where do I get a replacement shield? At the witch's shop in the Dark World? Okay. That's a long walk, though. But, okay. Okay, we're gonna give up on the shield for now, then. Because I'd like to beat a dungeon tonight. 1 a night seems to be my goal at the moment. 2 some nights. Do. B. Ow. Okay, we got this time. Doot. Okay, let's do this. I've had the hook shot the whole time too. Man, could have been using that. I think the hook shot might be my favorite item in the game. I can't think of an item that I like more. I mean, bottles are pretty handy with fairies in them, but... Hookshot doesn't trigger the fireballs from that thing. I'm not dead yet. I don't think we went this way last time, right? I thought about it and then I went the other way for some reason. Ow. I don't like these fireballs. Is he trapped? Okay, I think that's all pointless. Maybe we did come this way. Yeah, we drained the water. But we got down here a different way. I don't need rupees. How do you guys feel about Star Wars Acolyte? Have you seen the previews for this? It's Disney's next Star Wars mini-series. And have you been watching Rebels? That would be my follow-up question to that. Door there. Oh, does that same button open that door? I've seen nothing Star Wars since season 1 of Mando. There's too much now. It's funny you should say that, because I mean, yes, I would agree that there's definitely a lot more Star Wars content than there was. I don't know that I would call it too much, though. Like, right now, there's nothing new to watch. But I do kind of want to go back through all of it and try to figure out how it all pieces together again. You didn't see Obi-Wan, though? You never went and watched Obi-Wan? The Return of Ewan McGregor? And Hayden Christensen or whatever. He was in that too, now that I think about it. I feel like we did do this room, right? Yeah, with the fishy. One of these things is not like the other. But does it really matter? I don't know. Let's look at the map. We are here. There's another door right above me that I'm not seeing. Like, through this waterfall? Gosh. Sometimes it's simpler than you think. And that's why they give you a map. Do your research on the incentives. I've seen upwards of 15,000. Keep in mind the tax credit is based on MSRP, and MSRP must be under 80K. I recommend getting the extended range. I would, yeah, if I go the route of the F-150, It'll definitely be the extended range. That I'm almost certain of. You figured out who to kill off? Who did you decide? Is it me? Am I going to die? I know you said none of the player characters, and let's be honest, I already know I'm going to die trying to save the world. That's just what happens when I play the character. But, although I guess that's beta. Although I'll play me too. I'm so confused. Yeah, I'm still very much torn between getting a 100% electric vehicle and getting a plug-in hybrid. There are definitely... I don't think I can kill these things. There are definitely some pros to a plug-in hybrid. That I'd like to possibly still have. Namely, really, really long distances. You have a second car, 100%. I mean, that's actually kind of the question. So, my wife wants a new car, I want a new car. My wife doesn't need one as badly, but she also wins these type of decisions a lot. So, what might end up happening is we might get a plug-in hybrid first for her and as her daily driver. Either a minivan or like a RAV4 type thing. And then maybe I'd go full EV for me. How's it going, Charles? It's boss fight time. Ooh, look at that thing. Oh, this is kind of a fun little fight. Maybe not little. I like the idea, though. Good use of the hook shot. Oh, got hit. Really could use that shield. I kind of like bosses that get easier as the fight goes. Let's see if we can pull him up here. Because he's got that eye, which makes me think that maybe the eye will become part of the... Oh. I think we should switch to arrows. Okay, I can't hit a moving target to save my life. That's one. Okay, he's a DVD screensaver. I can handle this. Okay, I said I could handle it, but I'm not sure that's true. Oops. Okay, you can't hit him from the side. Okay, you know what? I'm going to switch to this just to see if I can hit him with it, because if I can't, I'm going to be out of arrows very soon. What if I can charge him? Oh, I can! That's better. Ow. Okay. Let's be smart about this. No! I have a ferry, though. I have a ferry. I'm doing good, Charles. It's been a good day so far. We finally got to this boss. And I haven't lost yet, so that's something. I gotta, like, time it so... It's that little stutter that Link has right before he runs that throws off all my timing. What? Oh, thank you. That could have been bad. That's 2. Did you get the thing, Blake, that allows you to turn it into a whole home battery? I turned up the exposure so we can still see outside. It's not really snowing, but it did get whiter out there. A little bit. The Triforce will grant wishes. The person who rediscovered the Golden Land was Ganondorf, the evil thief. Luckily, he couldn't figure out how to return to the light world. Well, remember that you have magical powers, which only the hero can make the most of. There are some other magical warping points like the one you saw in Death Mountain. By using them, you can go between the two worlds. You are the only one who can destroy Ganondorf, the thief. No, Ganon, the evil... Wait. So Ganondorf's the thief. Ganon is the evil king of darkness. Interesting. Are they one and the same? Kind of surprised they haven't remade this game like they did Link's Awakening. I bet that would sell really well. Okay. I'm not going to make my way to the next... Well, I might try to make my way. I'm going to go get that shield first, though, that Tech was telling me where I could locate it, because I could use a new shield. Should be doing that the whole way. Do. We also need another ferry again. It's very important, these ferries. Without them, I die. Do 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 do. Hey, you're right. There's the shield. I like how he just assumes I'm gonna lose my shield. Okay, where is the third dungeon? Up in the forest. Let's go ahead and make our way there at least. What else did I want to talk about tonight? Let's see. We talked about a little bit about cars. We talked about the snow a little bit. We've talked about game dev a good amount. Let's see. What else have we talked about? Should give the fairy your shield. Okay. I will send the fairy the shield the next time I get over that way. It's gonna teleport me. Does it go to the same spot? It doesn't. Whoa. Maybe we should do this dungeon first. Now that we're all the way down here. Can't go in there. There's a lot going on down here. Do-do. I don't know, is that a good guy or a bad guy? Hey, I'll tell you a profitable story if you pay me 20 rupees. Okay. Sounds like one of those gurus on the internet. Thank you. To tell you the truth, I used to be a thief in the light world. Some of my fellow thieves went into hiding because they were afraid of being caught. One of them was a master locksmith, but now he is in hiding. Or he's hiding the fact he was a thief by pretending to be a strange middle-aged guy. Like the guy that was sleeping, maybe? Strange middle-aged guy's a thief? It's always the fairies that want to heal me, not the fairies that have what I really, really want. Oh, what is this? I don't know how I feel about spikes. I feel like they hurt. I'm gonna try something real quick just because I'm over here. I don't remember what was down on this corner of the map. Probably because I haven't been down on this corner of the map. Might as well explore everything, right? An ice cave. With fairy music. My kind of ice cave. New favorite spot in the game. Oh, wrong button. Can you imagine if fairies and bottles were actually a thing in the real world? Everybody would be walking around with one all the time. Because they could bring them back from any accident. You know what I mean? I like this cave. Need to remember the ice cave is a good cave. It's gonna be rupees. It's not! You found the ice rod. It's chill magic blast air, but watch your magic meter. Cool. Are you an old middle-aged man? You can earn a lot of rupees by defeating enemies. It's the secret of my success. My secret of success is I steal all your rupees. That seems kind of pointless. Okay, I feel like we shouldn't go back to the Dark World, but maybe we should. Let's see, it was last night that Beta didn't stream, right? So, I forget what he's got on the agenda for tonight. Because he's not streaming tomorrow night. I assume Ninja's probably doing Palia tonight. I should check to see who all is live. As we start getting ready for the rest of the evening. And then I think I'm gonna go... I might actually go work on a project, depending on if my wife and kids are home yet. I don't know if I'll work on... Maybe I'll work on designing the e-reader cards. So they actually look like good cards, like Tex. Tex look really good. Check the Discord if you don't know what I'm talking about. Do 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 do. Actually, can I, like, hookshot over this? Ha ha ha! Have we been to the house with the woodcutters yet? I'm gonna go up there first. You spent a lot of time getting him to that point? Well, and that's what I'm saying. I should probably, like, you know, put a little time in. More than the, I don't know, 30 minutes I did on stream. So, the part... I need some way to tell me... Oh, look, there's another shop up here. Good to know. So, here, I'll ask you these two questions, Tech, because maybe it weighs in on this, too. Did you vectorize that entire thing? Like, did you... Or is that all, like, just Photoshop / GIMP roster? Like, is that whole thing a vector right now? It's 100% vector? Yeah, so that would be one thing. And then I'm going to ask this question because That actually might... I'll be curious about something. What did you use to get from from a BMP to a vector? Oh no. Did I just trap myself? I did, didn't I? Oh, I could probably fall in the hole. So I used, when I was testing earlier today, I was using Illustrator. And I feel like I did way too much work to make it happen. They're only there for reference? Oh, okay. Okay, so you didn't actually go through the process of vectorizing that. You just created the other thing using vectors. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'll be curious where you end up then, because I ended up... I'll just talk through what I did. I took Adobe Illustrator. I pulled the BMP into that. I then mosaicked it. Why is there a fortune teller in the underworld too? I made a mosaic out of it down to the pixel, which made a whole bunch of squares. And then I did a merge on color, so all the blacks and whites kind of joined up so that they were all their own little trace. And that worked, except, and this is where it kind of went wrong. I never actually got, so that 600, the printout I did on the Toshiba, I sent it at, like, it gave me the choice of sending as raster or as a vector, and I don't know what that option actually does on the printer itself. But I ended up just sending it as a PDF or as a BMP or whatever, because when I went to mosaic the 600 DPI one, my computer just choked. It probably would have worked out eventually, but after like 75 minutes, I was like, I'm gonna let this stop. And I don't know why it was taking so long either, but... The gossip shop in the Dark World has treasure for the asking. Wait, what? Now I'll take 15... There's a gossip shop? Where's the gossip shop in the other overworld? I was just trying to figure out if there was a better way to do it, because, like, I don't think tracing works because the trace just doesn't get precise enough, and I couldn't, like, any online converter I think was doomed from the get-go. Although maybe somebody's got, like, a pixel art or vectorizer that might work, but... Okay, I know this is the one that I wanted to go to, but now... Oh, I can hookshot. Is this the dungeon? It is the dungeon. At least part of it. I hit these things while they're cool. Don't see a way to get over there yet. And nothing to blow a hole in the wall with. So maybe I drop in from above? It's gonna be like one of the hookshot dungeons. All hookshot all the time. Oh, but there's no floor 1, so it's not gonna be a drop-in from above type thing. Interesting. Oh, I can just walk the diagonal. Yep. I should probably get rid of this bad guy. There we go. This dungeon's got some scary art compared to the other ones. Also, I was gonna stop when I got to this dungeon, and we are at the 2-hour mark. But now I'm moving around. Just one more turn. I mean, it feels like I should be able to put a hole in the wall right there. Whoa, that's a big hole in the wall. This will be a good stopping point if this is the item. Oh, we don't have the key! Okay, not as good as a stopping point as I thought it would be. Oh, why did I do this? I can't get back across. And we still don't have a key. I don't have a key for that door. Let's solve the mystery of the keys. We figure that out. Except now we've made a hole that we can't get around. Let's try leaving and coming back in. Because maybe there's multiple entrances. Maybe there's a button under this one. Go that way, there's no way back. No sign of anything here. The only thing I can think is that there's another entrance. We'll go looking real quick. Well, we found another entrance. Takes us right where we don't want to be, but it was another entrance. So we're probably on the right track. Oh, yep, there's another entrance right there I just saw. Okay. I think right there, now that we know that there are multiple entrances, we now know what we need to know. Create suspend point right there. Yes. 3:21. My Switch's clock is... Oh, no, I started a little early today. I didn't realize what time it was based on that. So, yeah. I appreciate you guys all being here, and thank you for the wonderful conversation today. We will be back tomorrow, I hope, at the normal time. Maybe, yeah, I'm hoping at the normal time because I don't think I have anything else going on tomorrow night, but I won't know till tomorrow, I guess is probably the best way to say it, because my wife and my daughter have very busy schedules all the time, and it keeps me on my toes. So we'll have to see what happens. If anything, it'll be later, but it should be the full 2 hours, so that'll be good. And sadly, I'm not going to the school with the fancy printer tomorrow, because that would be fun to do too, so I could run more test prints. But I need something else to print. I need to make more games and stuff. So if you need something to watch tonight, Beta Beta is playing Brain Games, so that might be fun. Beta64 on Twitch. Morg Design is doing some art, always some pleasurable stuff. And Ninja Weasel Plays is doing Palia. Let's raid... I don't know. Let's just raid Ninja. It's the easy way to go. But be sure to check out everybody else I just mentioned too, because they're all good people on Twitch. I enjoy them. So with that, I appreciate you all. Thank you for the wonderful evening. Let me know how your adventures go in the Discord if you get a chance. If you want to play a board game, let me know in the board game channel, because I'm always up for more board games. And with that, I appreciate you all. Stay healthy, stay safe, and until next trip, see ya.